personal things that I'll pull up is like when it's not necessarily like if I'm talking about relationships or if I'm talking about like hanging out with my homies and shit like that. That's personal shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I can pull from that.
That's a solid answer.
Hey, while we on the subject,
Yeah.
low frequency episode.
Low frequency.
This is episode 9. It may be 9.
I think it would be 9. If not 9, it's 10, but I think it's 9.
Yeah, I think it's 9.
Yeah.
This is open space, not for the closed-minded. So if you don't like that, probably shouldn't watch, but you go and watch anyway.
You might learn something.
Yeah. Low frequency, we below politics, below industry, below sports. So we talk about all of it. Here with my boys here, Clay, hey, Diego came through, showed some love. Check it out. I'll be here talking about a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, so as we continue this shit, I wanted to ask my boy Diego about his production lately.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Because from the last time we spoke, you said that you had some things in the works. And from what you've been fucking putting up on Instagram,
Yeah.
oh my god, bro. These things that you be putting up be sounding
Rebecca
so
loves your music, dude.
bro, it
My
sounds
girlfriend
so
loves this music.
solid and done and like fucking
Yeah, it sounds
polished.
Crisp.
Okay.
Like you know that feeling that I was talking about, that inferior feeling?
Like Diego gives you that.
Yeah,
Diego does that to people.
he's so like, bro, he's so modest. He's so like,
Yeah.
he's so like not
Yeah.
really like he's to himself. And then it's like whenever he plays some shit,
Like,
it's
wow.
so beyond
Wow.
the shit that he'll talk about that it's like, yo, this really you? Like, yo, bro, I'll be fucking happy to tell people like, yo, yeah, I know it.
Because, I don't know, man. One thing I always do is I'm always learning. And because this is what, you know, I mean, you want to do music. This is what you want to do. You constantly want to improve yourself, you know, in learning new things. And that's what I've been doing. So it's like everywhere where I go, I say that I try to, because that's something that we talked about too, like, but I try to make, I mean, of course you try to make music that people like, you know, but also you want to make something that you're satisfied with. And I think basically what I'm doing right now is, I guess I'm trying to learn how to make music that people like. So it's not saying necessarily that I'm doing something that I might like, but I want to know where I can go as an artist. Like I want to be able to, like when somebody comes in and say, can you make that? I can do that. It's not necessarily that I want to do that, but I can do that. Or you want to go into that pocket, I can do that.
Like build your skill set up.
Yeah, exactly. Build my skill set up.
I've
And
always
like,
noticed that shit about people that like producers and shit. Like you guys,
Like
you have to do that.
They're like neutral.
yeah, like you guys look at like the process and like
Yeah,
the
it's true.
business of like music
Whereas the
making.
artist is all about their perspective.
Yeah, you make it so like just producers. Y'all make it so like a service, like a providing kind of thing.
but that's what it is, because you're working with artists, so you have to make
I
sure
feel
that
like that's
everybody's
how it-
happy.
that's
but
probably-
at the same time,
Yeah.
my bad.
So-
At the same time, you also have to make something that people want, because at the end of the day, you are creating the artist. Because I'm supporting your vision.
Yeah.
If you come to me and you say, okay, this is what I'm trying to do, I'm making what you want to do, but like, I'm going to steer you into a direction where you never thought that you could go. And that's the whole process of being a producer. So that's why everything that you see that I put out is like, eventually, yeah, those are things that are close to my heart, because if I make music, I still want something from myself to be in there. And every time I play something, people hear that.
Do you feel like it's a piece of you that you give off, like when you release music, like it's like a part of you, like people be saying like it's like their kids in a sense, like when they gave birth to this shit and like now they're giving it to the world, and it's like you let it blossom, you let it bloom, and you let people like it, you let people hate it. It's like it's just like you don't have control over the emotions, but you have so much attachment to the thing that you just gave out. And it's like, it's so intimate. that, you know, like people relate it to like, you know, parenting and shit. I've heard it.
I think it does feel that way, and then once the song is out, it can easily not. You can totally forget about it.
Yeah. It's a good thing you say that. It's a good thing you were saying that because that's like I was trying to connect with what you were saying.
Like no attachment to it.
But there was no
Once it's gone,
attachment
it's
to
gone.
it. But it's, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
That's
a good
non-attachment
thing.
to it.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
I
So
don't know
guess
if it's
the
a good or
song
a
now
bad
has to have its own life. It's
It
like
makes
parenting, but only in a short amount of time.
thing. Basically, yeah. Go out to the road like you got it. Like, bro, they're gonna trash on you. Oh my bad. You know?
Yeah, it's like
So they're gonna make you. They
Some
make
songs
you.
do better than others.
No, that's true. So yeah, I think that's the right answer right there. You know, that's the right answer.
Sometimes, yeah, it can benefit you not being attached to it, because you get too attached to it, you get too attached to what everybody is saying about it. Like
That also.
you in every comment section looking like, oh no, like, oh, this shit trash. What you mean it's trash? No, it's not trash. And it's like you following everybody's comment. And sometimes you gotta you gotta be disattached from it. And some instances.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it can
And
harm.
people sharing an opinion is always good.
Yeah, good or
That's
bad.
true. Cause they're talking
Because
about.
you're
That's
never
the
going to
point.
go out there and say something that you really think about something that you don't care about. Even if I hate it, like, and I go to tell someone they shouldn't like something, that kind of means I care about it, like a little bit.
Is there any artists out right now that you guys like? You would feel like
That's an interesting question.
that you don't care about?
You know,
like don't care about.
DJ Khaled
Like you don't care
DJ
for-
Khaled gives me this feeling.
I love
Not
Khaled.
the
It's
music
a
that he's with the music that he's doing, quote unquote doing, is awesome. It's just him himself, and that's the
You
way
say he
he's doing
annoys
his
you?
thing.
No, I love
Yeah,
it.
he
I love
annoys
all of
me.
that.
He
All of
annoys
that.
me.
All of that is
We the
Khaled's
best.
vibes. That is
We're
it.
the best. They told us we wasn't gonna do it, then we
Yeah.
did it.
Because you know why? Because I accepted that how he does it is fake. But I love that's what I like.
that's
It's
the
not
character.
good.
That's
Yeah, that's
DJ
the character.
That's
Every time when you like,
That's
what do you
true.
need, baby? Like the way he chugs is like, bro, I know you. Like he knows you're not serious about it.
Yeah, I'm
that's
pretty
just
sure
like-
he's not like that when
You
he's
know
like
what I mean?
acting with a sod and
He's
shit.
like brushing his teeth.
Yeah.
That's just
Like,
cool
right?
stuff, man. That's just
He
like
created that character.
Yeah.
It's
So, do you want to create a character with your art, or
I don't.
Yeah, I don't want to feel like I was watching Eddie Murphy, right? He was doing an interview.
I guess you kind of have to create a character in some way.
I was
To
watching,
be like a performer, you kind of have to
and
you know,
this
make
girl,
it larger than life.
this
somehow.
girl was asking him like, and all of your movies, like if you think about all your movies,
Yeah.
which character are you most like? Like which one of your movies are you like? Can you feel
Yeah.
like you think about that character and you be like, oh, I'm most like this guy?
Mm.
He was like, none of them. She was like, none of your movies? How many movies have you done? He was like, something like 40. And then she was like, and like none of them like you could relate to at all. And he was like, no, none of my characters.
She's a good thing.
And that shit made me think like, yo,
That sounds like someone who's been
that's-
asked that question too many times.
and that's also a real good tell on
That's
like
what he
acting.
decided to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. So it was a good thing.
Like he was acting and he was expressing a side.
Well, he's also making a statement that he's more important than the characters.
Right.
He's
Well-
like, ask about me.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
and I-
good because you can drown into these characters.
That's
like
all-
I think what is the show Martin called? I think he said about his character that he drowned into his character and fell in love with the girl because of like the whole scenery. and everything. So you can drown into you can
That's
drown
wild.
into that character. So for the fact like Eddie Murphy saying that he can't relate is a
That's
good thing
He was,
because
like,
it doesn't
protecting himself.
it doesn't take you into a whole different stage where you're
So
gonna
that's
believe
craft.
that
That's
what you're
craft.
playing that what you're playing becomes reality.
That's kind
to
of
you.
like what Diego's saying about music, how you approach music.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Like
I
it's
was
not,
thinking.
it is you.
Mhm.
You put some piece of yourself into everything. but
Right.
you're-
It's not like you're you
Yeah.
know like
You aren't the character.
exactly. So a good thing you like what you said is like you're still protecting yourself.
Yeah,
To a certain point,
yeah.
like you will still always be untouched. So when people say something about your work, it doesn't necessarily faze you. in any kind of
But
way.
that's what made me bring that shit up because it's like when you had talked about becoming a character for your art, it's like doing that, it's like when people meet up with you, you gotta pretend to be this person. And it's like,
Yeah.
when that happens, it's like,
Which
that's
is
what-
industry in general.
Yeah, but
You
with
mostly
Eddie
are.
Murphy, in that same logic, it's like when you meet up with Eddie, him saying that, or if you a real fan and you know that he's nothing like those characters, you wouldn't want that from him. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it wouldn't be as shocking when you meet up with him. He's a totally different person from who you always see on film or who you always see on TV, as opposed to these people where it's like you see them on TV, they act a certain way, and then you fake it, like it'd be like you see them off screen and they're still acting like this way. And then later on there's a story about how they were a completely different person. It's like,
Well, that's kind of why I like don't want to play a character in my art.
Yeah.
Because I want to be the same exact thing that people want to see.
Seinfeld said that shit.
Yeah.
Like when he was like it was like a joke on set how he would like be out or like on the other side of the camera talking with the people like the directors and shit about the show and like, oh, we should do that. Like he's like, I'm being myself, and then he's like, when I go back in front of the camera, it's like I don't put on a different act. I'm still being like, he's like, it's no switch. He's like, it was like a joke like where it's like, yo, he's not even acting. Like he's just going and just saying the lines. Like he's not. And
That is acting. Though.
Yeah, and
that's
Jerry
the
Goes to the
skill.
same thing.
Yeah,
To be
and
able
Jerry
to
was
just say
saying
the
like,
lines is acting. That's so hard to do.
because acting is reacting. It can't feel
Acting
like
is reacting.
it can't feel like you sitting there fucking reading.
Yeah.
Like,
you have to be just like doing it.
But in some sense, anybody could do it though, because if you think about your daily life.
anybody
Well,
can
in
do
some
that.
sense, anyone can learn to do it, which is why the people who want the acting lifestyle and want to be actors like learn how to do it.
People think you get too much in your head. Like, you know, like when you reading something and it tells you to feel a certain emotion, you get too much in your head and you get too much on how other people portray this emotion, where it's like everybody runs through every emotion like normally, and it's like when you have to generate that emotion just because it doesn't come off like, oh, you don't seem mad in that scene. It's like it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not mad, or it doesn't transpire as mad, because obviously you got the scene done. You know what I mean? But it's like you can't think too much in your head. A lot of like young actors come off, they be thinking way too much in their head. It's like, oh, I gotta get this audition right. It's usually the people that come in and just naturally just click into the character and just do it and just say the lines regardless if you like it or not.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
that's what you're supposed to do, right?
it's like if that's what they were looking for, they're gonna call you. That's really all it really is.
Regardless of that. That's what you gotta do.
The acting world is fucking crazy, but it's a little bit more for sure than the music world. At least with the acting world,
There's
fucking
more of an
auditions.
industry. Yeah, there's more of an industry. And other types of jobs. Like other types of jobs.
Like with the
And
music
other
industry,
parts that are vital to it. Like in music, kind of one person can make an entire album. You know, but one person cannot make an entire movie.
no,
It's just not possible.
it's literally impossible.
Yeah.
Like you can't. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. You can't. You can't. I didn't know
No,
it.
you can try.
I thought you
Yeah.
could do it.
What are you
with,
gonna
like,
be in
fuck-
every scene? Like if you have someone act, that's collaboration.
Bro, I thought yes.
Somebody film
Bro,
it.
I thought it was like at least 10 people. Like, oh, you need 10 people to do a film. No!
That's
It's
probably
so
like hundreds.
Yo, bro, it's so
Hundreds?
many.
No,
It's so
like,
many
He's
jobs.
got to do the lights, he's got
Yeah,
cables.
it depends on the movie.
A short movie.
But you can't do it with one person, and that's a huge difference. You can never, no movie ever was made with one person.
Unless it's a one shot,
And that somebody is gonna like,
Like right in front of you.
like boom, you put the camera there, and it's like to some degree.
well, it's like, does it count if I watch a lo-fi video with a dude walking through Tokyo?
Like, you know what I mean?
Does
That's
that
what I'm
count as
saying.
a
Like,
movie?
sometimes people
GoPro.
will go above and
Yeah,
beyond. Like,
GoPro, yeah.
yeah, I was just about to say, like, with those fucking mechanisms where it's like you have to keep it at a certain angle, you don't even have to hold it. And there be people making whole selfie fucking movies.
Drone footage. Drone footage. There's a
But
dude
to
who
some
makes beats
extent,
who has,
it's like you
technology.
didn't do it by yourself. Like, right? Like, yeah, you were the one, like, yeah. One one person can have an idea and come up with every concept and every portion of a film, but you can't fucking like you can't what's it called? You can't execute it. You can't execute it by yourself. Like to get the whole film done, I don't know. Like a film, like I don't give a fuck. I don't like a commercial ain't a film. Like a fucking a little 10-second skit. That's not a film. Like
if you mad funny though,
yeah, like
well, yeah, which is kind of cool. But you could also argue that any like piece of music, let's say like an album, even if one person ostensibly made it, like they had all these influences, or they had people who like even people who helped them through the day, like nothing is really created by one person.
I mean, come on, man. If you go, I don't know, you go on Spotify right now, just go check somebody else's single out, just go to credits. Like there might be 8 or 9 people who worked on the song. You know what I mean? So nowadays, yeah, especially if it's a money album, like
but there's
a money
not
album.
as much. There's not as many jobs as in film.
True, for sure.
yeah, man. Because it's like because there's so many. Because they all have one person doing so many things just to keep everything so like in house. Like you know,
That's why the producers are so important. Because one producer can make a whole album.
and then now you got producers turning into artists. It's
It's only
like they can
natural.
really do
Like,
it
I deserve
all.
So you can do it all.
Like at least the biggest cut portion of like the sound.
Yeah.
Like, sonically, they can do it all by themselves. Like, yeah, they gonna need to call somebody in for like visuals and like all that extra shit, like distribution and all of that promotion, and
That's
like
smart
dumb shit. But like, as far as like the sonic part of it, like yeah, that can be done by yourself. Like a song by yourself, you could do it. It's been done. It's always it's still being done to this day. And like that's like, but that's like another thing that I was talking about when it comes to like it's become so overly saturated the way that we make music now that it's lost. You know how people be saying like not even people think about, and this is so fucking stupid and silly, but think about the Powerpuff Girls. How
I have not thought about the Powerpuff Girls in a long time.
think about how
When they say it, it pops up in your head right away.
Yeah.
think about how in the beginning it was like Sugar Spice. It's like, and hip hop, we were missing the everything else. Now it's like sugar and spice, sugar and spice, sugar and spice, sugar and spice, sugar and spice. There's so much of that.
Right.
Where it's like,
Dude, that is really well said. Yeah, something nice.
right?
Yes, that's true.
Where it's like,
That is true.
it's the and it's like, that right there is what's like, oh man.
Yeah.
Was it there before?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it was there.
I could
That's
see
how
it
we got
coming.
so much.
I could see it coming and going.
It's still here to a degree because there's people. And like this aspect that I'm
But
talking
people
about
just aren't
isn't.
emphasizing it that much. Like,
Yeah. Because this thing I'm talking about is something that resonates in me. So it's not something that gets manufactured and we just don't have a lot of it now.
Yeah.
It's like this thing is still here and it still transpires every now and then. That's how we have great songs. They're still here. Like if there was no good songs, that'd be super like we'll notice that. But it's still really good songs that come out even now to this day. So it's like that still comes out, but it's like as opposed to what it was, and as opposed to what it could be.
Right.
yeah.
Because
Most
of all of
importantly.
because of all of the things that was done before has magnified in so many better ways.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We can do better things and we can do all of these, like create so many good things, which we do every now and then, but it's like at the rate of what cost?
Yeah, but I think because we have more better things, people also get lazy and just allow these better things
Complacent.
to do the work instead of us doing the work itself or coming up with better ideas and then just go.
It's
for,
harder.
"Oh, yeah, but it
It's
sounds
harder
good."
to have
You know what I
drive.
mean? Yeah, let's go for. Hey, but it sounds good.
If it's not broke.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
Like,
Yeah.
yo, bro, like I was like when like it was a breath of fresh air talking to Mike and he was telling me like, yo, I really like the sound that you're trying to go for. But like he's just an anomaly in a sense. Like there's other like, especially if I go down that age bracket, if I meet up with producers that's like in their teens or in their 20s,
Yeah.
and I start talking to them about changing up the sound, the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Suspicious.
I got people that's willing to pay me their left arm, bro, for this type of music. You're bugging. What are you talking about? I can make you want to go viral or not? Like everything has become real subjugated to it. It's like yo, yes or no, bro? Because like it's so many other people that want to
Replace it real quick.
yeah. So it's like from that sense, it's like, and that's what stops a lot of creativity. It takes the artist to go against the grain. Like, you know what? You're right. Because like the shit that I'm talking about, it would take a producer a little bit extra time to create like, because the sound that I'm trying to chase, I have to implicate it in order to get people to understand what I'm trying to do. But the sound I'm really trying to create is like taking those music, like those instruments and shit, and redoing it physically, like being in those moments and redoing these songs physically, instead of like me finding beats that sound similar to it and me like creating lyrics that can really capture that moment. It will resonate so much more if it was like from the scratch, with like how they did it, but with better equipment and with better like things going on. You know what I mean? And like it would, but that would take the producer to do a little extra work, wouldn't it?
Either that or just get a bigger team.
Yeah, but no, but what
it
like,
just like
and
how
also build up the people who are around you. Like whoever's around you can maybe they do your style but not as well as that producer. That producer does a different style but better. Just work with the people around you and get everyone to be that good at the thing you're doing. You know?
And it's like, I remember Pac was saying this shit, like, I may not be the person that changed the shit, but I could spark it. It's like, I think that's what's like missing. Nobody is really trying to change the conversation. Everybody is just, oh, that's what's good. All right, I'm gonna go with it. All right, that's what's good. I'm gonna go with it. Nobody's really like, there used to be real like renegades. There used to be real rebels where it's like, yo, nah, I'm not doing it that way. I'm gonna do it this way. And that's what made hip hop so infectious. So people, like so many fucking pockets of the world, people wanted to gravitate towards it because it was like, yo, you don't have to follow what they're saying. Like, you could do it this way. And so, and once, like, and it was like, I realized like it started happening like I want to say 98-ish, 97-ish. Once Outkast came out, it's like music shifted and went completely to the Southern era. And like,
it's true.
Now it's like,
I mean,
it's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong because
it's
great.
But it's like
good stuff, man.
But then that's where you get the saturation from, because it's like, yes, that's
point,
one good
aspect. At this point,
aspect.
we're learning from all of it at the same time, and China and Japan, you know.
But
and
if you look up, because like now, like you got fucking people from like those pockets of the world making the same type of beats, making the same type of repetitive flows.
It's worldwide.
But I
It's
mean,
like
what you were saying, like even they, like you were mentioning, like Outkast, but even they went against the grain.
yes.
You see what I'm saying?
When they did it,
So-
it wasn't like there was a huge South call.
Because people wasn't with it though. Like
Back
when
when
they
they
what
did
they were
it,
doing.
The South was no one.
So they were, what you're saying, it makes sense basically.
The biggest
They
sound.
just did it in a different way.
Yeah, the biggest sound at that time was West Coast. It was West Coast or East Coast. It was one of those two. There was no Southern sound. What the fuck? And then now the Southerners came and took over, and it's like there is no West Coast. Well, there is sort of, but there is definitely no East Coast.
Yeah, there was more
Definitely.
opportunity.
No, something happened. East Coast is doing like everyone else's music.
That's my, that's my point. It's like
It's fucked up. What happened?
And look, if you think about the last few artists that have came out of our pocket, of like our part of the world, they sound like compilations of other people.
Yeah.
It's
like
like
6ix9ine kind of sounds like crunk music.
And it's like,
but I think it might have to do with how commercial it got. Maybe it went commercial at that time, and the people like sort of like was like, oh shit. Now it is about where the money is.
yeah, it's the money is
Because it was
always
there, but it blew up to a certain point where people like, oh
The money is
Like, we
always
can-
going to stay where people are gravitating towards. So this is what I was thinking. I was like, yo, what sound was enough to battle this?
Your sound is very New York, by the way.
This is what I'm saying. What sound was enough to battle that? Like whatever
It's
sound
very
that I'm
Detroit,
trying
too.
to bring out has to be
Detroit and
infectious
New York have
enough
Trying to battle.
to break that sound. It
Right.
has to be enough to make people be like, oh, I missed that. It has to be so infectious that it can break that.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah,
other
yeah.
sound that can really do that besides the golden era, the 90 era. Everybody
Smart.
always talks
Smart.
about that era.
Mhm.
Everybody does.
So just do it again.
That's what I'm saying.
Then
Because
love
it's
parade.
like,
All you gotta do is you gotta do it right, and it has to.
yeah, bro. That's why I'm taking so long. with
I just
it.
think it's not. I just try not even to think about it like East Coast, West Coast, or anything like that. Just like future and also past, future and past.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it easier to process though if you do that.
Yeah, I
if you do that, you know.
Yeah,
If you do that, no, that was just back then. You know what I mean? Times have changed, more technology.
No, but it's not do New York shit. It's just that it's all the same. It's all like one big mishmash in my head of like genres and shit that I can't keep separate. anymore. There's like too many, and they're all just playing in my head at the same exact time.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
But like somebody like that would be like how Hov was, right? Like how big he was, right? Like these people had
Who was Hove? Who was Hove replicating?
Biggie,
No.
Nas,
Pretty contemporary, but yeah, Nas,
yeah, Big L.
Big L, fair.
It's like these people.
So so you're emulating Jay-Z?
I think no. I think
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I'm just
You're
wondering
just
what
trying to
you're
figure out,
saying.
yeah.
It doesn't sound like that.
I think
If that's how you think you sound, bro.
I think P Diddy has the best ear in the industry right now.
Right
Like,
now?
yeah.
What is his ear producing right now?
His ear has gotten us
French.
Biggie. His ear has gotten us,
It's a long time ago.
but that's
You mean right now?
no, but I meant like I think he has
He's
the best
first
ear
place.
in the industry. Like,
Probably because he's still there.
yeah, I think he has the best ear in the industry. Like, period. He's got. I was just going down the credibilities. Like, he's given us MGK. He's given us French, like he said. He's given us
What's that guy? Oh, no, that got the biggest song. I don't wanna know.
yeah.
Please don't let me show.
Yeah, he got.
What's
I forgot about the name.
One
I forgot his
Twelve.
name.
No, it's either Mario.
Oh,
Jagged Edge.
No,
Mario.
no, but it's not a Mario. It's
It's the other one.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gave us some people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he did well.
So I feel like with that type of like there isn't like and that's why I brought up Diddy because it's like Diddy understands the shit that I'm talking about where it's like you can like even though that you have different flows in your head and shit like that, you still know that things need to elevate.
Yeah.
Like just because I'm chasing this sound now and I want to implicate this sound now, this sound changes, right? Like me chasing this sound, it won't sound the same 5 years from now.
No, it'll
It
sound
would
different.
have elevated
It'll
to
sound
something
different.
else.
Yeah, the next generation.
Yeah, and it's like that. Like people stop doing that. Like people only started chasing like yo, I sound like Bob Schmurda.
Yeah.
It sound
Like Pop Smoke.
like Pop Smoke. Yeah, I should have said Pop Smoke.
Yeah,
It's like,
because
that's the
everything
main
now
thing
is
right
like
now.
that. Everything now is like that.
Everyone has to be
It's just
real
sad,
sound.
And if
It
I tell
is
y'all-
It's sad. It's
like
really
what
sad.
happened?
Y'all know where
Yeah.
Pop
I
Smoke
like
came
Not
from?
musically, but it's just sad
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he's
exactly.
gone, and then it's like
Y'all know where his sound came from?
England.
probably, man. That's where it came from, but
Yeah, that's what I was
but
saying.
people claim to say that it's
Hey, what's up, y'all? Know y'all just finished watching Low Frequency. Sorry about the cutoff and shit like that, man. Fucking batteries died. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know how it goes. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for listening. It's gonna be another episode really soon. We out this bid.